Has Thailand become too expensive for retiree and working expats out here? How much does a typical expat spend each month on the cost of living? And what percentage are considering going back to their domestic country in the 12 months? I wanted to run a survey to understand exactly the temperature out there amongst expats, given the fact there's been much written and discussed online about rising cost of living, not just back in the UK and around the world, but here in Thailand, with many saying it's not cheap to live here anymore. So I ran a survey this week and had 116 responses, fairly decent sample size. I understand the ages where people are living in Thailand and also whether they're working and retiree, and wanted to correlate that to any trends I could see. Here is the information. Is Thailand becoming too expensive? The sample said 11% yes, 1 in 10. I did think that would be higher. 30% said a little bit and 59% no. So I filtered it by the retiree to see if there was any trend. And interestingly, of the retiree segment, 4% of retirees said they're under 45, lucky them, and 17% under 55. So still the bulk are plus 55, but there is a younger contingent that have come over here, hung up their gloves, and are enjoying the sunshine without having to work. 63% no, it's not getting more expensive. I thought that this group would struggle a little bit more because of their fixed pension rates. But maybe with all the troubles that have been going on around the world, it's the working expats that have been hit harder by COVID, tourism declines, and associated businesses which many working expats are involved in, such as F&B, being hit, and they're feeling it a little bit more in their pocket, and as a result Thailand's becoming a little bit more expensive. I then asked, how much do you need to live each month in Thailand, excluding health insurance? So this figure would include property if you're renting. Okay, 70% of retirees said under 70,000 baht a month. 15% said less than 30,000 baht a month. You then look at the working expat, and 61%, so not so many, said they need under 70,000. I guess they've families and more commitments there. I then filtered by Bangkok, assuming the cost of living in the capital would be more. And only 46%, so that did drop quite a lot, said they need less than 70,000. 21% of the survey said they need more than 110,000 a month, and 1 in 10 said over 150. And that increased money rose in Bangkok, 27% versus the 21% in Bangkok said they need more than 110,000 baht a month. Not really a surprise. And then the final question based on this is, would you ever consider going back in the next 12 months? Even working and retiree, couldn't really split them. Retiree said 44% no, I'm not going back in the next 12 months. 45% working, I'm not going back. Interesting there. 1 in 10 retirees said yes, shame, they come over here to retire, and 1 in 10 may have to consider going back to their domestic country. That was 11% in working expats, and no real difference there. Bangkok, we already saw that expats are saying they need more money to survive there. So 16% versus the sample average of 11% said they may need to consider going back to their own country within the next 12 months. Interesting stats. Where do you sit in that pile? Keep safe. Down about Thailand.